whatever she decides next has the ability to impact an entire country in ways no one could ever imagine.
Buying Team Namibia is a choice you make for us, not just for you. Join the 2.5 million strong team that grows stronger with every single Team Namibia purchase. Team Namibia. Together, our future is brighter.
This is the Friday edition of Primetime News Media. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Michael Madimba. In tonight's lead, Landless People's Movement lawmaker Bernardo Swartboy stated in Parliament that Namibians have difficulty reconciling with those who fought for the apartheid regime, despite having reconciled with the forebears of the regime. Let's listen into the LPM leader's remarks.
If I can just focus on the reconciliation issue. We, under the leadership then of President Ijoma, President Bohamba, and now President Kengo, were told the policy is national reconciliation. And nothing is written about it. There is no text that is written, no law about how reconciliation should look like. It is an intent, and it was prioritized in policies, I guess. What is strange is that the people that were giving the instructions to, for instance, Swartboy and Kufu to do certain horrible things in the interest of maintaining apartheid, the heads of the institutions that were ordering the killing, this government reconciled with those people. They shook hands with those people, the white bosses of the apartheid era. They embraced those people. There would be media reports. The other year I saw General Namolo meeting with one of the South African ministers. They said we respect each other. They are now friends and they are now buddies. Some of the guys that were, or the honorable members that were heads of the military or the security agencies, they are embraced. They are the beneficiaries of reconciliation. But the black one, who was acting at the behest of the head of the system, the black one who is the brother of Nekundi, who is the uncle of Shifeta, who is the nephew of Swartboy, that one we find it difficult to reconcile with, to the extent that we do not even recognize at some point the humanity in them. This is the painful part.
Staying atop parliamentary business, Minister of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare, Doreen Sioka, provided an operational update on government-owned gender-based violence shelters during a parliamentary session recently. Here is more of what the minister had to say during the session.
I would like to address the issue regarding the operational status of government-owned gender-based violence shelters in our nation. The recent reports have indicated that these shelters face significant challenges due to a shortage of staff, resulting in operational limitations. I would like to provide an update on the current situation and the action being taken to address this issue. As of today's statistics, on October 10, 2023, there are individuals in the government-owned GBV shelters across the country. These figures reveals that while there are operational challenges, the shelters continue to provide crucial support under the care and supervision of social workers. There are 12 adults and 14 children accommodated in these shelters, offering them a safe haven from the hardship they face. It is essential to note that these numbers exclude individuals' accommodation in the 2 private shelters subsidized by the government, that's the Ministry of Gender. These private shelters contribute significantly to our ongoing efforts to support GBV survivors. Furthermore, I want to emphasize that the Ministry of Gender, Equality, Poverty, Eradication and Social Welfare remains committed to its mandate and the responsibility, while the operational status of the shelters is a pressing concern. It is crucial to understand that a single challenge should not overshadow the ministry's broad work and its unwavering dedications to the well-being of our Namibian nation.
On to some continental updates. Kenya warned earlier today of the risk that groups such as Al-Shabaab could carry out solidarity attacks after the explosion of violence between Israel and Hamas. The East African country has suffered a number of bloody attacks carried out by the Somalia-based Al-Shabaab since it sent troops into its neighbor in 2011 to battle the Al-Qaeda-affiliated jihadists. More from this insert.
Kenya is a major contributor to the African Union force backing Somalia's central government in Mogadishu in its fight against Al-Shabaab, but has suffered a string of deadly retaliatory assaults. The country last month marked the 10th anniversary of a bloody siege at the upmarket Westgate shopping center in the capital Nairobi in 2013 that killed 67 people. 2 years after Westgate, Al-Shabaab fighters attacked Garissa University in eastern Kenya, killing 148 people, almost all of them students. It was the second mostly deadly attack in Kenya's history, surpassed only by Al-Qaeda's bombing of the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi in 1998 that killed 213 people. Reporting for Primetime News, Diana Gauta.
Staying in Kenya, a court on Thursday barred the government from lifting a ban on logging, but allowed the felling of several thousand hectares of mature forest. In July, President William Ruto ordered the lifting of the near 6-year moratorium despite the concerns of environmentalists saying it was aimed at creating jobs. The Environment and Land Court ruled Thursday that the order was, quote, null and void, as there was no public participation before it came into force.
I welcome the resolution as an overdue and critical instrument to define the multinational mission. This mission is a fundamental intervention to provide the necessary conditions for Haiti to consolidate its development and governance. The situation in Haiti demands, as a matter of humanitarian consideration, moral responsibility, and fundamental justice, that actions be scaled up significantly to meet the demands of emergency relief, humanitarian aid, support for livelihoods, and major interventions in public health and environmental protection. For us in Kenya, this mission is of a special significance and critical urgency. We experienced the harrowing brunt of colonialism, as well as the long, difficult, and frustrating struggle for freedom against those that can influence international institutions to frustrate justice. In our struggle, we always had friends, not an overwhelming multitude of powerful allies, yet nevertheless, true, loyal, and determined friends. The people of Haiti, our dear friends, today stand in need. It is our fundamental moral obligation to be their friend indeed by standing with them.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Biz segment, your leading source for the latest developments in the world of business and economics. The International Energy Agency earlier today noted the risk of oil supply disruptions due to the conflict between Israel and Hamas is limited, but that it stands ready to intervene if necessary. The agency also warned of possible shortages of diesel fuel in Europe this winter due to supply constraints, including the European Union embargo on Russian crude. In its regular monthly report, the agency said, while the prospect that oil supply flows will be impacted currently remains limited. The agency additionally noted Europe would need sustained imports from elsewhere, but stringent winter quality specifications could constrain supplies, warning it may take another mild winter to avoid shortages. On to some technological advancements in the local banking sector. Bank Windhoek has launched a bank confirmation letter validation site as a fraud prevention technique for clients, allowing them to authenticate bank confirmation letters generated on the bank's channels. In a statement on Wednesday, Ryan Giza, Executive Officer of Digital Data and Customer Transformation at Bank Windhoek, revealed the bank confirmation letter validation site meets two standards.
Giza said when the confirmation letters were first digitized, receivers will still need them validated to eliminate any risk of fraud. With this new security feature, receivers can capture the account number and the reference number, which will return to the generated letter if the reference number and the account number match their system. The receiver can then match the received letter with the displayed one as a method of authentication. Benefits of the new method include the fact that the receiver of any Bank Windhoek bank confirmation letter can have peace of mind that the letter is authenticated, reducing the risk of fraud, and that customers can obtain a validated bank account confirmation letter any time of the day. Another benefit is that consumers can acquire a validated bank account confirmation letter via the bank's mobile app for less than the cost of getting it at the branch. Reporting for Primetime News, Ndamona Kanganjera.
For Saturday's countrywide focus, let's now consult the weather report. Sport Planet is your ultimate destination for everything sports related. We begin locally. The Namibia Chess Federation received a financial boost of more than 280,000 Namibian dollars from the Namibia Desert Diamonds Namdea Foundation on Wednesday towards its participation in the 2023 International Chess Federation World Cadet Championships. Now, the financial contribution will cover the team's flight tickets, accommodation, attire, competition fees, as well as meals at the 2023 World Cadet Under 8, 10 and 12 Championships in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt from 14 to 17 October. That's next week. Goodwill Kaur, the president of the Namibia Chess Federation, expressed his gratitude for the support, saying this sponsorship serves as an inspiring example of how private organizations can contribute to the development of young talent and the promotion of sporting excellence. On to football. Argentina manager Lionel Scaloni said Wednesday that he remains unsure whether skipper Lionel Messi will start in the team's World Cup qualifier against Paraguay. The 36-year-old has been struggling with an unspecified muscle injury and missed 4 consecutive games for Inter Miami before a 35-minute cameo in a 1-0 loss to Cincinnati on Sunday. Scaloni told reporters ahead of their match at Estadio Monumental in Buenos Aires, "He looks good, but I'll talk with him before deciding if he plays from the start or not." Stay tuned for your sports roundup. This is where we dock for the night and indeed the week. Many thanks for having cruised with me during the course of the week. Before we wrap it up, a kind reminder that to be part of the Napa TV community, do follow the on-screen prompts by subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, from myself, Michael Madimba, alongside my dedicated production crew behind the scenes, as adios. Have a blessed weekend till next week. It's good night.